Welcome back to Bespoke Addict. This spectacular pair of Gaziano and Girling, they're listed no reserve on eBay. Absolutely spectacular. You can see the sole. They have been worn by me, but there's not really much evidence of wear. I say worn. They've been on my feet for photography purposes. And I've just never really worn them. And I'm going to be selling. I've been making fuss about selling for a long time, and I've simply not done it. And I was making a lot of talk about setting up a website, and I'd started to do it. And truthfully, the technical skills are a bit beyond me. But moreover, I just think they'll find a much wider audience if I put them on eBay. And that's what I'm doing. I'm putting them up at no reserve. The market can sort of find their price. That was the other thing about listing them privately on a private website. I was sort of really wrestling with pricing, and I know what these things are worth brand new, but they're second hand. Even though they look new, they are second hand. But something that looks like this second hand, it's very difficult to price. And I've got a lot like this, and I was really struggling, and I just decided to put the no reserve on eBay. And they're the sizing. Let me just try and remind myself. I've got that many. I think these are about a 10. Gosh, these lasted things up. We'll just try and pull it out. There we go. Very carefully, I don't scratch the shoe. Because, of course, the trees, the lasted wooden trees, they're 10.5 F. So, yeah, they come in with it, as are the Gaziano and Girling dust bags. But if we let the camera look inside, the inside's even cleaner than the soles and the rest of it. They're just beautiful things. The colour's blue, and they were actually brand new, and they were a lighter blue, and I've just polished them lightly with a slightly darker blue. And I just thought it made them more attractive that way, and I wasn't so keen on the lighter blue. That said, a wipe with alcohol would remove the polish that I put on there and reveal the paler blue underneath. But I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to sell them like this, at no reserve. And I will remember to put the listing number, the eBay listing number, on the initial sort of opening description of this post. Beautiful, beautiful fiddleback waist. Look at how delicate they are. They're quite something, these Gaziano and Girlings. And when you see them this close up, you can see what all the fuss is about, quite frankly. Beautiful, stunning shoes. And then the obvious question comes up: why are you going to be selling such a beautiful shoe? Well, those of you that follow this account will understand I've got an offensive number of shoes. I've got so many. I can't continue like that. Some have got to go. And quite frankly, the ones that don't fit me 100% perfectly, they're the ones. And these are about a 10.5. I'm a 9.5. And I put a thick insole in there, and yeah, because they did look a bit big. But as soon as the insole was in, my foot was lifted, and I got away with it for the photography. But what can I say, really? There's nothing really much you can say. I just really want to show them close to camera. I don't need to talk these up. They'll just sell themselves. They're just amazing. I do have 3 pairs of Gazianos. They're all going, and I've got a bright red pair and a brown pair. To be fair, the others are not in quite such exceptional, almost unworn condition. They are amazing, and they're in fabulous first-class condition. But these are close to being box fresh. They're not like this. They have been worn a bit more. But don't think either of them come with trees. And I can't remember bags or not. I can't remember. But there'll be a separate listing, and I'll just sort of go through the shoes and list them one at a time. And I'll just give these a final little polish just for I send them out. I'll wait for them to sell, and then when I just give them the tiniest little lick over just to make them as presentable as they can. But no reserve seems a bit risky with things like this, but I'm confident they'll find their place. And I think I'm going to sell all the shoes, about 100 pairs, in fact, that don't fit me perfectly, including the 1786 Russian reindeer. I think I'll put them up at no reserve too. And bit of a risk, but I want them to sell. I don't want to be listing of what I think they're worth, and then they're there for weeks and months on end like other people's listings. I just want them to sell, move on with my life, because it has got out of hand. And you know, I, it didn't start off out of hand. You know, I had some beautiful shoes which I adored, and they were the best I had at the time. And then other things come along that are slightly better, or a slightly better fit, or slightly better condition. So they sort of take the new place as the best. And the other ones, which were amazing, are just not quite as good, and they just get pushed into the dust. So, and a lot of that, they're the sort of things I'm going to be getting rid of, that used to be my best, and they no longer are. So, I do hope that they find a good home. I know they'll find a good home. But postage, I'm not sure about. I can't comment on the posting here, but I need to do. It really depends on where they go in the world. But yeah, I've tried to take very nice photographs of them, but photographs as stills don't look as good as the real sort of video, sort of three-dimensional, moving it about naturally, and not sort of angling it just so to hide a particular bit or to show off its best features. Rolling it about in a live video, unedited, gives a truer sense. But the exceptional work, and just the sculpting of these things it's another level altogether. But anyway, they're listed live on eBay, no reserve.